Hello YouTube, Scant the Wolf here, back with another video for your viewing pleasure. And I'm going to cut right to the chase. I am getting sick of Demon Hunter. Now, this doesn't mean that I don't like the band anymore or whatever, or I'm going to stop becoming a fan of Demon Hunter. No, not at all. That's because, I still kind of have nostalgia for them and all that stuff. But I'm just getting sick and tired of them releasing singles all the time. Like, seriously, I just look on, I just looked on my release radar, and another Demon Hunter single came out this week after they postponed their album to October 28th. So, what this means, we're probably going to get 8 freaking singles before the album comes out, and they're spoiling their fans, and that's a problem. That's a big freaking problem. Like, and they haven't been. This is not like, oh, this is just the first time Demon Hunter's messing up. They've been messing up ever since 2017 with Outlive, and then Peace and War, and all that stuff. Now, Songs of Death and Resurrection was kind of a step up, but that wasn't even a studio album. That was just, acoustic songs that are already available. But we've already gone through 3 somewhat bad albums from Demon Hunter, and the fact is, they're just pumping these songs out. Like, this means we have 7 freaking songs from Demon Hunter now that have been released from exile because Praise the Void from Songs of just stop. Just fucking stop. Okay? And any band that's released 5 singles, 6 singles, whatever, just stop. Okay? And any fan out there that's like, oh, I'm so excited. Like, even non-Demon Hunter, even passionate Demon Hunter fans, you know, are like, just stop with the singles. For goodness sake, just stop. Okay? We don't need to have any more singles. Here's my update. If we weren't going to release the album on time, if it wasn't going to come out on time, why even bother to announce it on September 9th, which was last week? Seriously, just say, oh, it's coming out October 28th, and hold off on the singles for a little bit. They should have released the first 2 singles in throughout July and August. I wouldn't be so fired off. I wouldn't be so fired up if, they had kept the release date. They had just done that. Like what I saw in the Zach D video about them delaying the album. Yes, make their album available digitally. The Quest, which I heard it was pretty solid. It was last year. They released it digitally because the supply with Shinedown, Northlane, and now Demon Hunter, and now Tala as well. But that's another story. They've been guilty of delaying their albums for whatever. If fans want to hear these albums, yeah, Brian delivers you the goods to say. They released 9 singles. A band, Memphis May Fire, released 9 singles. Granted, I wasn't paying too much attention to that, but there's evidence that people are just stop, okay? And you know what? This is really killing my confidence for this album. I was expecting, okay, maybe they would release a 6th single the end of September. Maybe. And no, they just released the song just like that. But I'm getting sick and tired of Demon Hunter. I'm tired of like talking about how bad their albums have been, Outlive and War and Peace albums. I'm just sick of it, and I've gone back to listening to their music. And it's like it's not like it's good. You know, like their first five albums, and then True Defiance and Extremist. Those are good albums, but I'm not going to be consistently listening to them, with the exception of "The World Is a Thorn" and maybe some songs I listened to like in my um childhood, or not childhood, when I first got into them. But I'm not going to be consistently listening to Demon Hunter as much, because Ryan Clark is just like going downhill, because he was the one that was kind of responsible for making, and I feel like, for making Outlive as bad as it was, kind of, and Peace and War were both not very good. They had their moments. I'm just sick and tired of talking about it. I'm just sick of it. And Exile, just from I, this could have been a really good album. This could have been a return to form, but judging by the fact that they're spoiling the fucking album, you know, same thing that Red and Breaking Benjamin have done and that people have talked about, you know, like at least that was like a couple years ago, and it's easy to forget about it. Breaking Benjamin and Red could do it again, but seriously, Demon Hunter needs to listen to their level-headed fans, because I could assume there's probably some dumb fans that just want more songs and just say, "Whoa, the new song's banger! This new song, Master, is a banger." I'm gonna be listening. I'm gonna tweet on Twitter how good this song Master is, and how good other songs, Godless and stuff that like to those fans. Grow some freaking patience. Like a lot of us, seriously, I know some people aren't gonna listen to this. I know, if it's, if you do want to listen to these songs because you're in Zach D's position, you're a Demon Hunter fan and you're kind of the Demon Hunter, like if they're expecting you to talk about these songs, that's okay, that's fine. You know, like and Zach D's even gone, okay, they've released 5 singles, and everybody that's a fan of a band has just said, 5 singles, 6 singles, whatever. Just don't go above 3. There's a reason why. I want to find a good example. Shinedown's last album, Attention, Attention, 2 singles, 2 singles, Devil, and that one song that was really good, The Human Radio. Those 2 songs, only 2 songs released from the album. That was it. That was the only. Those were the only 2 songs that they had to release, because they didn't want to spoil the album experience. They didn't want to just sit there and just release every single thing before the album even came out. You know, I'm trying to think of more recent examples of this. You know, of them not releasing as many songs from an album. There's been tons of bands that have released 4 songs or whatever from an album. That's bad, but at least it's not to the level that Demon Hunter has seriously done. Like, and I just find some of their lyrical content kind of cheesy. When I've gone back to listen to when I've gone to read their lyrics, they're kind of generic to me. It doesn't really stick out as much as some songs. There are definitely good songs on a lot of Demon Hunter albums. You know, I've just been sick of Demon Hunter pulling this off. And Exile is nowhere near as good as The World Is a Thorn, because that actually felt like they were gaining some aggression a little bit, and True Defiance with its solo work. Like, and I hope They don't need to go in that direction, but I just hope it's not like another Outlive album. I hope they continue with creative ideas or whatever, and not just writing the same lyrics over and over. And then it just, I just don't have, I just have a ton of issues with Demon Hunter lately. Like, this does not mean I'm not a fan. I'm saying, oh, listen to generic metalcore or whatever. Like, because like at least Demon Hunter, they should utilize their creativity. They should utilize intelligence. Like, and the smart thing to do is just release two, maybe three singles, and then that's it. You don't need to release any more singles from your album. You don't need to just spoil everything like crazy. You don't need to spoil your album. Like, I guess I shouldn't be as mad because Sleep Token with their first album, Sundowning, Good Tiger with their most recent album, like those are bands that did the stupid thing of releasing all their singles. And I guess it's not as asinine as what Of Mice and Men did with Echo, which is partially why Echo wasn't a very good album, but it's still whatever. Like, but back to subject. Demon Hunter, they're gonna probably release a seventh single and an eighth single. They just don't care anymore. You know, just like I'm getting some comments on here, like from two people. Surprised Zach D hasn't shown up yet on the stream. I'm just talking. Seriously, there's better music out there. Like I'm just. Uh, so I guess Zach D did post his review for Master. I'm just doing this in real time. Like, just I'm just done with Demon Hunter. Like, I still like them, but I'm just not happy with them right now. Like, I thought that this would be, I thought that this would be their return to form, but they're acting like it's not going to be with this bullshit that's going on. So I'm just kind of just gonna skim through there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he says, "I hope that this is it." I hope that this is it too. Yeah, you think it's pretty good? Yeah, definitely. If you think it's good, then good. Definitely good for you. Good for you. Glad you like it. I'm not gonna like listen to it or anything. I only heard two songs. That's all I need to hear. Like, and I think there should be a lot of fans of bands that should do the same thing. Deftones, like that's another example of a band that only released two songs from their album. Granted, Ohms was announced in like August, and so they didn't have nearly as much time to like pump out singles. But they did that right. They did that right. They released two songs, and then that was it. They didn't need to be cool or like whatever, and like just they don't think that their fans are just impatient, like naive, like I don't even know, like metalcore kids or whatever that just can't wait for new stuff from their band. You know, yeah, I know Zach. Yeah, exactly. I know they're not kind of not metalcore ish, and Demon Hunter like is hard to define as a band. Yeah, I know about that. So you definitely have some good opinions here. Everyone else has definitely commented, made some pretty good comments. Um, people like Brian Williams the Goods definitely agree with me on here. Um, I'm just reading these. Yeah, and Kyle Keith, who is an underrated YouTuber, said Extremist is their last good album. Yeah, I definitely agree. I know there's people who will say "Recuse Myself" is a good song from Peace. It's good, but I would argue that the production. I don't know. This is an unpopular opinion. I don't think Ryan Clark is good at like higher pitched vocals. That's kind of just me. It's He's good at like the lower stuff, and he's been good at the higher stuff, like at singing like before. But like I think it's a little worn out, to be honest. Like I don't know if anyone else has that opinion, and I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. If they like it, go ahead. But I just kind of noticed that like I just prefer when he's like the lower registered, like singing or whatever. His screaming vocals are fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just sick of how this society in general thinks that they should just like release so many songs from an album. You know, so yeah, the exile delayment. I never heard that word. Ticks me off. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I was trying to find some rationality, but after this, like, and realizing, oh, they're gonna release the whole album, like, just I think it would be a good step. I'm not trying to force this on anybody to just listen to two or three singles and then that's basically it for everybody. So if you want to do that, go ahead and do it. If you don't, that's fine. But I'm just gonna tell you about a lot of stuff. Okay, okay, thankfully they said this is the last single. Good. I hope. Hopefully, you know, they just like hear what the fans are saying. Like because I know Zach D like they subscribe to your channel. I know that I know that about you and Demon Hunter. Like I know you have that group on Facebook and stuff. I just hope they listen to us next time and just say, "Oh well," because everything I've criticized Demon Hunter for in this video, they do seem to be decent listeners, maybe. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. So like going after that, I'm just gonna go over the release radar. I'm not gonna listen to anything tonight, not even the new Megadeth album. That will probably, if you want to see me do a music talk or anything like that, that will probably be sometime this weekend or next week. Um, I'm definitely gonna listen to the new Megadeth. I'm probably gonna buy it at Target too. Um, I'll get to your comment in just a second, but I'm just gonna go over what's on my release radar for this week. So, Currents, metalcore esque band, deathcore esque, just released a new song, "The Death We Seek," coming out. That's supposedly coming out with a new album. Dayseeker has an album coming out, Dark Sun. They have two new songs, Neon Grave and Without Me. Without Me was just released, and it's on the release radar. Drowning Pool has a song out right now, Choke and Mind Right. Both of those songs are available to listen to. Of course, Fire from the Gods from last week, Thousand Lifetimes. Um, um, yeah, not too much else. Devin Townsend had a new song, Moon People. There's bands like Thought Crimes with a song out. Um, Parkway Drive, Darker Still, that's the third song. You know, like that's a band that does it right. Three songs. I don't necessarily want to listen to like the other singles, but like three songs. like all it should be. You know, how many singles did Megadeth release before their album? I'm just curious. Like, anybody want to type that in? Um, how many singles was that? Because I didn't pay as much attention. Like, as I said, I'm more casual into when it comes to Megadeth. So three, um, because they must have done that right when it comes to. I'm just gonna. Yep, you're right. It's three: Soldier On, Night Stalkers, and We'll Be Back. Those are the three from that album. And like I know the track listing has a lot of songs on it. Like I don't know how many. I'm gonna look. Probably 13, 14 songs. And I think the Target version has like a couple other songs and some particular. I'm just gonna look that up real quick. I'm sorry to get off topic, but I'm just gonna look up the Megadeth album, the new Megadeth album. I haven't heard it yet, so obviously, I'm not gonna do like a music talk. So I'm just talking about what's on the release radar, and I'm going to just do it Demon Hunter. I'm just gonna put this out. So yeah, that it's a digital deluxe edition that has 14 songs. Standard edition has 12 songs, and um, the Target edition has the. It's actually a couple of covers that are in the digital edition. Police Truck by Dead Kennedys and This Planet's on Fire, Burning Hell by Sammy Hagar, who has a solo career but has also been in Van Halen. And the Target C has the live song The Conjuring from Peace Sells But Who's Buying the album. Um, yeah, so definitely some interesting stuff going on. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing this album. It probably is pretty good. Yeah, you say it's solid, so it'll definitely be solid. Yeah, Skillet did be- like I don't know if it's you said four singles or whatever. Um, but Skillet as not very good as Dominion was, I don't think. Dominion is really forgettable to me. Like I don't remember getting bombarded with singles from that album. Like I don't remember like it was like I don't think they released five singles from it. They must have released four or three. I think it was probably three because Refuge. Yeah, it was three. No, it was four. It was four, and which isn't very good, but it's better than releasing the whole album. And Dominion has like 12 songs, 11 songs. Yeah, 12 songs on it. So Dominion, like I said, wasn't very good, but at least they didn't release half the album before. Yeah. Um. Yeah. And there's also other music that came out tonight as well, other than Megadeth. I just want to briefly touch upon that real quick. Um. For other stuff that came out, Miss May I came out with their first album in a while. Not gonna lie, I wasn't huge on it. Uh, I wasn't like I didn't hear it yet, but I wasn't really huge on anything that I heard from it. So that's that. and I think Novelists. If they didn't delay their album, the band Novelists, if you don't know, they're a German metalcore band. Oh, it's FR they go by. Um, Smoke Signals is actually an EP or something. I look. You know what? I don't think they. I think they must have pushed theirs back. I'm not saying like the album out. I was thinking it was out today, but I wasn't paying attention because they kind of fell off. That band kind of fell off for me. Novelists. Deja Vu. That's the album. I wonder if it got delayed. That's expect. It says expected. Oh, it did get pushed back. September 23rd. Well, now there's something out on September 23rd that I'm looking forward to. So yeah, Dominion was not good. It'll probably be on your worst. It has a tiny chance of being on my worst because I've listened to a lot of bad stuff. Like I don't feel like I've listened to a lot of bad stuff, but it's not going to be like top three. It's not going to be where the I Prevail album is. Oh goodness, or where the Machine Gun Kelly album will be. I think that will be pretty high on everybody's list, worst list. Or another album, Secrets, Five Finger Death Punch, Dance Gavin Dance, all those bands like released pretty bad albums this year. So yeah, it's pretty much Skillet just doesn't have. It just kind of has a minor chance of if something else doesn't come out that because like there's not a lot of stuff that I would say is bad. So it's just kind of disappointing. I mean, Dominion is kind of bad, but not in the sense where it's like insulting, in my opinion. And I'm not even including stuff like Kid Rock or anything because that's toxic BS that I don't want to deal with. You know, the MGK album, definitely. I'm just not going to bother with any like toxic individual or whatever. Kid Rock is toxic, like he's awful, so I don't have to deal with that for my worst list. Like I just want to clear out the clutter. That's basically what that is. Like skill like John Cooper's like controversial stuff that he said and stuff like that. I don't really feel like is like as bad because it's all about like God and stuff, and like I do respect that out of the guy. And they were my first band basically, so it kind of had that small modicum of credit for that, like appreciation for that because I'm religious as well. Um, it's kind of wavered over the years, but I would say I'm still Christian somewhat. So, um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know about what's up with Demon Hunter. I hope this is like the last song that they release from this new album. Like it's enough. Yeah. Sorry about it's okay. Just your list. Yeah, definitely. Whatever. I saw Zach D. That's really fun. Are the band really gonna be patient enough to not release anything? I hope so. I hope they just like it wasn't like this in the 2000s, if you remember. In the 2000s, it was just one single and then the album. Like you go on Wikipedia, look at like single for like any album from like 2000, 2009 or whatever. Like it was just one album, maybe the exclusive online single or whatever. That's exclusive to like iTunes or whatever. But like it wasn't as bad as it is now. I'm just reading the lyrics real quick to the new Kuruk song because I do want to because I'm Currents is a band I am high on a little bit, even though I haven't listened to them much. I'm just looking at lyrics. These look like they would be pretty solid lyrics. Just they say lyrics are spoiling it, but it's not really the case as much. I just sometimes prefer hearing lyrics before I read, before I listen to the song. So, yeah. Oh, your list has 16 albums. I only stick to 10. I don't stick to like. I'm. Yeah, there might be like more than 10 bad albums, but I'm not gonna like. That's just traditionally what I've done. Only included about 10 albums on a list or whatever, because a lot of people have done that before. And it's just commonplace because like it's common for like less albums in the top, like for the worst list, more albums for the best of list, and the best of list is starting to gain a little bit of momentum. You know, um, there's definitely some good stuff coming out this year. Like as I've said before, uh, next week we have Fallujah coming out with an album, and I'm definitely looking forward to that because recently did get into them. Very good. Slipknot, of course, everybody will be talking about Slipknot. Um, Counterparts, another band I just recently got into. And Eulogy for those still here. And of course, the big ones for October 14th, Nothing More, Spirits, and Burial Scars for You to Remember. Those albums I'm definitely looking forward to as well. Like, and of course, Architects on the 21st. Definitely high up on Architects stuff. Demon Hunter. I'm still curious as to where they actually take Exile. Even though I've been critical in this video of Demon Hunter, I'm still curious. That's not going to change at all. Uh, and of course, Fire from the Gods and Dayseeker. So far to end out the year, I haven't seen any other albums like past November. Some other ones that, of course, if you haven't been here for a previous stream, there's Red Hot Chili Peppers coming out with their second album of the year. There's Bush. There's Alter Bridge coming out. There's some other stuff. There's Devil Wears Prada coming out in 2 weeks. There's just a lot of stuff. I'm just taking a little look here. Fit for a King comes out October 28th. Not the biggest fan of the band, but whatever. Um, yeah, Lamb of God comes out beginning of October as well, with Bush and Counterparts. And Queensryche as well, who I could have forgot about Queensryche. But band named The World is a Beautiful Place and I'm No Longer Afraid to Die with their new album. Not listened to them, but I just know the name. Um, and October 14th is also We Came as Romans album. Um, October 28th, Polyphia, whatever. Remember that you will die. It's out on the 28th. It's an instrumental band. Oh, September 16th, the Mars Volta also comes out with an album. Um, and then I'm just gonna roughly go over what is in the heavy metal, even though I've gone over it before. I did it last time. Ocean's 8 Alaska came out, I think, today, or it could be coming out tomorrow. Um, uh, I thought Tala got moved back. It still says it's coming out September 9th. We'll have to find out. Somebody in a comment section said that Tala got pushed back. We'll have to see. Of course, the drowning pool um, on the 30th, as well as Slipknot. Other bands here. Sleeping with Sirens. I'm pretty sure nobody here really cares about Sleeping with Sirens. Brian delivers you the goods. He says you like them. Okay, that's fine. I'm not into that band. It's nothing else. Like, it feels like the year is gonna end on November 4th or 11th, even if you count Chelsea Grin. And I'm not the hugest deathcore fan, like, because Chelsea Grin is not really something I would care as much about. Like, I'm interested to see what Dayseeker has. I'm not gonna lie, what they have in store for them, and if Currents has a set in stone release date for if this is coming from an album or whatever. This new song they just released. So I might listen to the Currents song tonight or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. I'm not seeing like really anything that says that Currents has an album title and a release. I know they're on Sharptone Records, so what I'd really like is for Polaris to come out with a new album for something. Those of you who know who I'm talking about. And Brian, Brian delivers you the goods. You should definitely go check out Currents if you haven't already. Definitely, and Polaris too if you haven't. Definitely give those bands a chance. Because I do definitely recommend those bands. Because I feel like they're doing different stuff, like more interesting stuff for deathcore. I mean, metalcore and deathcore. Polaris, good. So that's pretty much it. This kind of trailed off topic, but like bands should definitely. Yeah, you like Polaris and Currents? Yeah, definitely. Good job. Um, so yeah, I think we gotta end it here. So I didn't want to end this. This has been going longer than expected, so I'm just gonna shut this now. So any last comments, you should leave them in the comment section down below. This is Scamp the Wolf signing out. Take care. And yeah, before I go, yes, I did shave. This is why my beard looks different. So I thought I'd like end that just so you before you ask. So yeah, like I just said, this is Scamp the Wolf signing out. Take care.